welcome back. It's always great to come together and think about what do we learn. As we look at last week's message this past Sunday, we talked about what it actually means to see God work according to our needs as we help people according to their needs. In other words, God speaks to us and through us to help other people. God knows that we have the need to love Him and the need and the calling to love others. And we talked about what that means to do that through words. So I encourage you to go back and read Ephesians chapter 4, there into chapter 5 to the second verse, where it talks about this idea that we are called to be godly in the way that we speak, in the way that we talk to people, in the way that we carry ourselves. James said that faith by itself, without accompanied by action, is dead. Other translations say faith without works is dead. That accompanied by action or work tells us that we need to not only be those that trust God with our minds, with our faith, but also show that we have faith through actions. And we actually step out in obedience to God. And a large part of that, as the second part of the commandment tells us, so the call of God is to tell us that we are to love neighbors, that we are to reach out into other people. What I also want you to think about is to think about what it means to think about the content of what you're speaking. Sometimes we think generally how we're speaking, but also think about the content of your speaking. Then we also looked at a phrase where the words there in Ephesians say unwholesome talk. Unwholesome talk. Another way to translate that is worthless speech. So think about your speech the last few days and think, was any of it worthless? Was any of it really not necessary? Which leads us to that final question to think upon, and that is, what ways do you need to alter the way that you speak? This can be how you speak to people or how you speak about things. This is a great way to do some self-reflection based on the Word of God to see how am I doing with my speech, because what we say and how we say it truly matters. Thanks again for watching.